morning. Hello, Frajol. How are you today? Welcome. You're the first person here. It's like having a party. Good morning. Where are you from? Please let me know where you're from. Hi, Mohammed, Adam. Welcome. Hi, Yinka Yola. Hi, user BF2. Hi, Bad. Welcome. Good morning, everybody. How is everyone today? You're from Kampala. Wow, that is very far away. I'm in London, Ontario. Good morning. Hi. It's a really cloudy day here in London, Ontario. So it's nice to be on live and be able to talk to people from all over the world. Thank you for joining me. Good morning. Please remember, if you're watching, to like and follow and share with other people so you can practice speaking English with me. Hi, Muhammad Adam. Good morning to you. Hi, Alama Brooke Moha. Hey, hey, hey. Good morning, Sunil. Hello. Hello, hello. Good morning. What time is it for everybody? Let me know. It is 10 a.m. Hi from Libya. Good morning. Hello. Hi from Philippines. It's actually evening here. Yes, there's a big, big time difference. Thank you for joining me in the evening, 5 p.m. Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. You're in Brunei. Very nice. Libya. I really love hearing where people are coming from. I find it really interesting to see who likes to visit the live. I'm just waiting for a few more people to join us and then we can get started. Gabino. It's 5 p.m. in Saudi. Okay, very nice. It must be very hot in Saudi right now. Hi, Prakash. Habasamasi. I'm just waiting for a few more people. We're almost at 100. I want to say a big from Mexico. Hola. I don't speak Spanish. I only know a little bit of Spanish from when I visited places that speak or Spanish speaking countries, but I certainly would love to learn Spanish. I do speak a little bit of French, but I'm not fluent. High temperature and humidity. I don't mind when it's hot, but when it's humid, I don't like it at all. I find it very difficult. I do have my fan going right now. So, thank you very much. That's very kind, Osama. Thank you. If you hear that noise, I hope it's not bothering you. I do have a fan on because it's hot in this room. I was 1 week in Mac. I'm not sure where that is, user. I am from Canada. I'm in London, Ontario, Canada. I was born in Toronto and I live, thank you, CBR. You're very kind. You're going to make me blush. I have very fair skin. So, my skin turns red really easily. So thank you. It's something that I don't really like, but it's something that I can't really control. Somebody's asking for advice about Cambridge University exam. I suggest that you pay for courses or you hire someone to help you with it because it will give you an advantage. Working privately with someone is a really, really good idea, and it will help you do better. Alama Brook, when are you planning on taking the exam? I'm not sure how long you have to prepare. I haven't been to Egypt before, but I would really, really love to. If you want to improve your English, you have lots of chances every day at the end of October. I really, really recommend hiring someone to help you. And if you look online, there's a whole range of different services. You can join a class, you can work one-on-one with someone. But I do suggest that you have help. It's always good to have help when you're going to be taking a test like that. You're going to take IELTS and your fear is a speaking test. Well, this is the right place for practicing speaking. That's what we focus on. we focus on speaking. So every day I post topics and questions, and I invite you to answer the questions with a video reply. And you can do that here on TikTok. You can also do that on YouTube. So the best thing you can do for the speaking part is speak a little bit of English every day. A lot of the time, people know more than they think, but they don't have the chance to practice speaking. You're in Kenya, Africa. Oh, I would love to visit all the animals there. I'm actually going to a place that's close to where I live called the African Lion Safari. And it's a safari outside where they have many, many different animals like lions and tigers. And you go in a truck and you can visit these live animals. So that's exciting for me. If you want to send me an email, then I can give you more information specifically, Sarita, that will help you with your test. What are important criteria getting visa of Canada and work? Do you have any idea on this? CBR, I actually have a very good friend who is a certified immigration consultant, and I'd be happy to message you with that information. She takes care of all the legal things with immigration. Hi, Mateo. Nice to see you. Good morning. I'm happy you're here. I don't have the legal background with the immigration. I like to teach. I like to talk about English. But I don't have the legal background to give you with immigrating here. So I don't want to say anything about it and say something wrong, but I do have a good friend. I actually worked for her. She used to have an English language school, and then she just recently got certified and trained. Oh, thank you, Ayman Asadig. Thank you very much. I'm glad you find my posts useful. It brings me great joy to make them every day. And I know that this week on Thursday, some people, I will still be CBR, some people thought it was a little strange that I made a post about visiting my favorite beach. And so this week we're talking about current events and news. And so news and current events can be about anything, and they can be local or they can be about something happening in the world. So for me, it was news that I went to the beach and I wanted to make a post and I wanted to share it with you. That beach is a provincial park. And if you watch that post, you'll see just how beautiful it is. And it's very close to where I live. It's only 45 minutes away. And it's not a beautiful tropical beach like you'd find in Belize or some other hot country. But for me to be able to drive in the car for 45 minutes and be able to swim in the water is really special. So I really like it. Good morning, Juan. I am so happy you're here. Juan is somebody who always makes the effort to record a video reply. And I made some notes today about some of the questions that I asked you over the week. And one of the questions that I asked you was, how do you take in information? Do you remember that I asked you this question? So taking in information means, how do you read the news? How do you hear the news? What way do you get the news into your brain? And Juan made an excellent post, a video reply, and he said he uses his cell phone, he watches TV, he reads the newspaper, he watches YouTube. So these are all amazing ways to take in the news. Another expression that we can use for taking in the news is to consume the news. So when we use the word consume, I don't mean eating the news. I mean taking it in. So how do you consume the news? So right now, I'm interested, how do you take in the news? What way do you find out about the news? Alma Brooke, there are many people here on the live. If I don't get to your question, please remember you can always go to our website, Fluency Focused English, and you can send me an email right there. And I always try to answer all comments questions and especially video replies because it's about speaking. So I love when people make that effort. Hi, Yuta from Nepal. Good morning. I'm going to show you on TikTok. Let me just go onto TikTok. There's another really easy way that you can get to my email. Okay, so here is the Fluency focused site. If you see the globe, right below the globe, you can click and there's a link. It's called a link tree. If you click on this link, you're gonna see another page come up and it's blue like this. You're going to see a little envelope. That's how, hi Dawson, thank you, that's very kind, thank you. Just click on that envelope and that's how you can email me directly and I will answer your emails. The second picture is the YouTube link. So after every live, this is our 5th live, I record it and I post it on our YouTube channel. So then if you're not able to be here to watch it live, you can watch it again. I'm trying to get the closed captioning so you can see the words as well. Here is the link, for the website. You can click that and go to the website. And the last one says, time for a coffee break. I drink 1 coffee every morning. It helps just give me a boost. And if you would like to give me a coffee, you can click on here. It says, I'm passionate about supporting you on your English language learning journey. You're welcome to say thank you by buying me a coffee. And I will thank you with a personal video post on TikTok. Make sure to include your TikTok account name. So if you'd like to buy me a coffee, you can. You don't have to. Please, during the live, don't give me any gifts. You're a coffee lover. I can only have one because if I have more than one, I get a little bit hyper and I stay up too late. So I can only have one first thing in the morning and then I'm happy. Sometimes if I'm out for dinner, I'll have a cappuccino with dessert, but mostly I have one coffee. So you can like, share, and follow here at Fluency Focused, but I want you also to go to YouTube and subscribe. It's totally free. Right now, we're about at 200 followers on YouTube. I want to bring us up to 1,000 followers. And the reason is because, oh, you're so kind. Thank you, Helena. Thank you. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. I get distracted. Sorry. My face is probably turning red too. Over on YouTube, I want us to get to 1,000 followers, which is free, because over on YouTube, I can do more interesting things. We're kind of limited on TikTok because I can't screen share and I can't show you the things that I'd like to show you. Thank you so much, Yukta. So it's free, and I will continue going live here on TikTok. I just would like to do some different things, and I'll give you an example. Today we're talking about news and current events, and I wanted to screen share some of the sources, some of the places that I like to go to look for news. But here on TikTok, it's really difficult to screen share. So when we get 1,000 free followers on YouTube, we'll be able to do more fun things like that. So please, please do that. Do not give me gifts. Do not subscribe here. Just like and share, and that would be amazing. Okay, so going back to the topic of the week, news and current events. How do you take in news? Are you more interested in your local news, what's happening in your area? Are you more interested in things happening in the world? Do you like a little bit of both? It sounds like Juan likes to listen to a little bit of both. Our YouTube channel is the same, so it's Fluency Focused English. as well. And the link is on TikTok. So if you go to TikTok, hi Raphael, good morning. You can see the link here. That's the YouTube. So many vocabularies I'm tired. Okay, I know there's a lot of vocabulary to learn with a language, and I know it can seem overwhelming. And that is why every week I try to focus on a topic. Learning vocabulary can be easier when you can connect it to something you're interested in and one topic. If I give you 20 random words that don't seem to make sense together, it's a lot harder. So I intentionally choose a topic every week that has, oh, that's okay. Thanks for joining us. Have a good day. That helps you learn the vocabulary. But another way to practice the vocabulary is by creating a video reply. And I'm going to take a moment to remind you how to do a video reply. It's really easy. And Juan is one of my best video reply people. He always makes the effort to leave a video reply. He doesn't show his face, and that's okay. If you don't want to show your face, it's not about how you look, it's how you sound and how you're speaking. That's what I want to hear when you're making a video reply. So if you want to show me a picture of your pet or show me a picture of outside your home, that's fine. It's the speaking every day, a little bit every day. And so when we look at the three important factors in improving your English, the number one is speak. Every day with Fluency Focused, you have a chance to speak. You can go onto TikTok and you can speak a little bit of English by, thank you, Rodrigo, for subscribing. Rodrigo Alvarez has just subscribed. Awesome. I see your email, CBR. I will respond after. Diana, if you're asking if I have a course, I'm working on developing a course. I'm also really, really excited to announce that starting tomorrow with Yelena from Belarus, we are starting a conversation class. So there are 4 students, and we're going to be speaking once a week together through Zoom about interesting topics. And so I'm really excited about it. I think she's really excited about it too. And I'm looking forward to meeting the 4 students that will be joining us. So once we try this conversation class and see how it goes, then that will help me think about what other courses that we can design for the future. I would like to create some more conversation courses that are just talking, just like we're doing now. If we have these conversation courses, it's really important to have everyone at close to the same level. One of the hardest things is taking a course and then people are at all different levels, and it can be really frustrating because you feel like you're lost. So in the future, if I'm creating more conversation courses, it will be for groups of up to 6 people. So it will be small groups where you'll be able to talk together and have some one-on-one time to talk to me too through Zoom. Mateo, sometimes we must be aware because some words in English have the same sound. Yes, absolutely. So it's about practice. Okay, let's go back to today's topic, the news. I want to know where you find out about the news. What source, what place do you go to for the news? And there's no right or wrong answer. People go to different places to find the news. I think many people look on TikTok for the news, and you can find news everywhere. You can find news on YouTube, on TikTok. Some people actually still read a newspaper. So tell me, how do you find the news? What do you like to use to learn about the news? Hello, Toronto King. I am from Toronto. Welcome. Thank you for sharing this live. It means more people can practice speaking English. So thank you very much. Nowadays, mostly hurt. I mean, yes. This is a really good point, Elena. The news can be very, very upsetting. But I want to tell you something really funny. I was looking up online before the live, and I did a search and I typed in trustworthy news sources. Now remember, hi Ramhari from Kathmandu, welcome. When you do a search on Google, do you think that that is true? Do you think that whatever comes up on Google is true? What do you think? Hi from Toronto, Cindy. Welcome. So I did a search. I typed in trustworthy news sources. That means places on the internet that are supposed to be true. So I got many different listings of places. So do you think that the list that I got, hi from Halifax, East Coaster, do you think that news is true? Do you think that hi Ramhari, hello. Hello from Mali, welcome. Hello from Gatineau, bonjour. So this is my question for you. If I do a search on Google, is the news that comes up going to be true? Hello from Nepal. We have to be careful. We're very lucky we have social media. We can get information from so many places, but just because you looked the information up on, oh, hello from Morocco, just because you found information on Google does not make it true. And this is a problem, I think, especially for some young people, because they think that they looked it up on Google, so it must be true. And this is a problem because then people believe information and then they tell other people this information. Hello from Algeria. And it isn't always true. So this is what we call, hello from Canada. I'm in London, Ontario. Where are you? This is what we call fake news, news that is not true. And this is a really big problem because people are taking in the news from different places and it might not be true. It might be fake news. So how do you know if news you're reading is true or fake news? How do you know to trust the news you're reading? I want you to tell me. What do you think? Is there a news source, a place that you believe the information is true? That when you read that information, you think this is true information. What do you think? Let me know. People who read the news or you search about it in Google. Okay, great. So do you think all the news on Google is true? Because this can be a problem because anyone in the whole world can post on Google, and they do. So what can be a problem is sometimes what people are writing isn't true. So we want to try to find sources, places that we know are true. Do you know the word unbiased? Have you heard of this word? Biased means when you have a pre-decided idea about something. Good, from official press reports. Good, Sajedi. Good. Okay, so biased means if someone's reporting news, but they have a reason to maybe change the truth a little bit. And even changing the truth a little bit, yes, bias, good faith. It can really affect the truth. So we have the truth, then we have one person's opinion and another person's opinion. Opinions aren't always the truth. So when people change a little bit of information, it stops being the total truth. So when we're reading the news, when we're taking in the news, we want to try to find sources, places that we can trust that the news is true. So I looked on Google and I told you I did a search looking for news that is trustworthy. I'm talking about news and current events. Hello, Tiago from Brazil. Welcome. So I found a website, and again, this is an example of why I want to be on YouTube, because I could screen share it with you. So this is an article that was actually written in August. Hello, never ever give up. I like your name very much. It says 10 most unbiased news sources in 2023. Hi, Lacram from Haiti. So this article is supposed to be giving us 10 places you can go, hello from Ethiopia, and find the truth, find news, hello from Morocco, hi from Ethiopia. Okay, so 10 unbiased sources. So we look at these examples, and I'm happy to do a video about it. And I'm just looking through these examples. When you're reading an article, first of all, you have to look at who wrote this article. So is the person who even wrote the article trustworthy, or is it just a random person? When was the article written? If the article, hi Janet, I'm doing well, welcome, how are you? If the person wrote the article in 1975, then the information isn't really going to be useful for us now. We want to find information that is current, information that was written recently. So that's the first step. So this article was written recently. That is good. So let's look at some of the sources of the news places that they have suggested. So I'm looking at this, and one that they have suggested is BBC News. And I personally believe that BBC News is an excellent, reliable source. It is a news source that has many different topics that you can choose from. And I strongly recommend you checking this site out if you've never checked out BBC News. I trust the information that is posted on this website. It has short articles, so it's really good for practicing reading English. And then you can also talk about some of these stories. It also has longer stories. So if you're practicing your English, this is a great news source, BBC News. And so it's saying that this news, I will talk a little bit slower. This news source tries, hello from Congo. Hi, Neville. Nice to see you. So this news source tries to be unbiased. They try to present the news without trying to change your opinion. If you look at news, sometimes, hello from Thailand, Sawadee, hi from Venezuela, hi from Kenya. If you read some news articles, it's already trying to change your opinion. So we want to find news sources, places where the headline, the title of the news is not trying to change your opinion. It's stating facts. Hello from Ghana. So I strongly recommend BBC News. Hello, Hassan. Welcome. Hi. Welcome from Guatemala. Welcome from Ethiopia. So BBC is one of the news. No, Neville, I'm in London, Ontario, Canada. PBS NewsHour is another great source. CBS News is another very good news source. And these news sources are good because they are neutral. They are not trying to twist your opinion. An hour isn't long enough. I know. In the future, when we get 1,000 free subscribers on YouTube, I may talk for longer when I can screen share. I would really like to be screen sharing this. So if you haven't gone over to YouTube, Fluency Focused English, just subscribe. It's free. We're at, I think, 200 followers. We need to get all the way to 1,000 before I can go live and start doing more interesting things than just have this background. The New York Times is also very well known for being unbiased. You're taking notes. Excellent. Very good. I will post, I'm trying to think of the best way. Um, I'll make a post, a TikTok post after this, listing each of these suggested sites. CNN is an amazing, reliable, neutral news source. So reliable is important, but neutral is important too, because if a news source is trying to change your opinion about something, it's biased. And then it's not really reporting facts anymore. And this is not reliable news if it's trying to change your opinion. Hi, Ajak from Boston. Another one, NBC News. So let me just move this. So I want to just read to you some of the things that this article says makes a news source trustworthy. Hi from Kenya. Nick, keep showing up every day. You have chances every day to practice speaking your English for free here on Fluency Focused English on TikTok and on YouTube. So these are some of the things you can think about to decide. Hello from Costa Rica. Accents. I do not think that there's anything wrong with accents. I think that we live in a multicultural society, and I think that everyone has an accent. Hello from Thailand. If I can understand what you're saying and you can express yourself, that's what's important. When you're being tested on standardized tests, you're not being tested on an accent. You're being tested on pronunciation and on your ability to explain what you're thinking. Hi, Eugenio, welcome. So don't worry about your accent. Accents are beautiful, and I don't want you to lose your accent. That's part of your identity, and that's important. So please don't worry about your accent. Really, it would be unfortunate for you to try to lose your accent. Oh, Hassan, thank you. So don't worry so much about your accent. Really, we all have an accent. I have an accent. Everyone has an accent. So going back to this article that I can't show you, unfortunately, what makes a news source trustworthy? The first one is honesty. So you're going to hear the facts. Thank you very much, Ajak. Thank you. Okay, so facts are exactly what happened without anything changed. Okay, if you and I go into a store and we both see a t-shirt and I say I saw a green t-shirt and it was size small and it said hello on it, and you see the same shirt and you say I saw an emerald green shirt and I think it said smile and it was size double XL. Who is telling the truth? It's not that it's not true, but it's not fact. So now we have two people who have a little bit of the facts, but not all of the facts, not the exact truth of what's in the store. And this is how we create bias, because it's not exactly the facts. We are looking for the facts, and that's the whole point of this week. And it's really important that we try to find facts and not biased information. You kind of have to be like a detective searching for the truth, because people twist information. So we're looking for honesty, facts. You also have to think about fairness. So fairness is looking at both sides of a situation. So that's when there's no bias. It's not blaming only one side, it's looking at both sides. Accountability. Accountability is when a news source says, we made a mistake, we made an error. And I don't know if you've ever read any news before, but it happens. Sometimes they report the wrong number or facts that are incorrect. Accountability is very important. Oh, you're back. Good to see you again. So we want to find news sources that are accountable, that say, I made a mistake. Just like me as a teacher, if I say something that is incorrect, I need to be accountable. I need to say, you know what? I was wrong. I made a mistake. If we don't hold ourselves accountable, this is a really big problem. If we just say whatever we want and we never admit that we made a mistake, this is a big problem because no one's perfect and we all make mistakes. So accountability. Independence. This is from the article, and I will post this after the live is finished. It says that only 6 corporations own 90% of the news networks in the United States. So think about how powerful that is. And think about the motivation of corporations, not independent news sources. Think about why they would want to report certain news. Think about that they're not unbiased, that when they're telling us information, they have a reason. So that's a really scary statistic. So we need to think about that when we're reading news from the United States, for example, and think about that maybe we want to read news that isn't being influenced or affected by corporations, because corporations have a lot of money. So they want to tell you news that will help them make more money. They might not want to tell you news that will make them lose money. So again, really, really important to think about, is this an independent news source, or is this a news source that is funded, is paid for by a corporation? Service to humanity. This is important too. This is important for all businesses, but a good news source also sees the value in promoting positive change in society. So when we talk about news, there's all kinds of different news every day that can be reported locally, in your country, in your worldwide news. But a good news source also tries to report some news that's not all bad. And Yelena said she doesn't like to read the news because it's all bad. It's upsetting. And I agree that a lot of news is really, really scary, upsetting, and we have enough stress in our life. So we don't want to be looking on our phones or reading about bad news. So this article says, good news outlet, a good news source, tries to promote positivity in society. And so this goes back to the reason why we're reporting news. So on Thursday, I tried to do this. I tried to do a service to humanity. I tried to tell you a little bit about going to the beach because this was happy news. And this is important sometimes. We don't always want to be reporting really, really sad news. There's enough sad stories happening in the world, but there are also good things happening, and good news sources try to find good things that are happening, not only sad stories and bad stories. Is that not a biased news? Yes, if they only reported happy stories, great question. But if there's a balance of sad stories, happy stories, funny stories, and a choice of stories that you can read, then that's a balance, right? I was doing some research, and there's actually a website. I can post it as well. And this news source only posts happy news. I forget what the site is called, but there are some people who don't want to hear bad news, and I understand. And for those people, and that is bias, yes, for sure. If you're only reporting happy news, yes, but they're open about this. They're saying we're only reporting happy news. So it's biased, but they're being honest. They're not trying to say that they're going to tell you anything but happy news. And so I think this is a really nice site, and I'll try to find the link if I can. So just some interesting statistics. PBS News has the highest amount of American traffic, with 85% of US people, American people, going to that source. CBS News is 84%, and NPR has 84%. But here's another thing you need to think about. I'm giving you this information from this website. I did a Google search. This is called Pure VPN. I have never heard of this website. I don't know if it's trustworthy. I don't know if the motivation, the reasons why this article was written was to make money. Maybe this article was written by one of the American companies, corporations, and they want to sell more viewers on the news sources they're giving. So we always have to question, we always have to ask ourselves, is what we're reading true? Is it trustworthy? Is it news that we want to be reading? So very interesting. And with social media, there's so much news out there. Sometimes I'll be on TikTok and I'll read something and it will come up, and for a minute I'll think, oh my goodness, and think it's true. And then I'll look at the source. Who posted this information? How many people are following this person? And then realize this is not true. So really, really, really important reminder for you to be a critical thinker. So a critical thinker asks a lot of questions and doesn't just take the first thing that comes up on Google as truth, because anyone in the whole world can post anything on Google. A 5-year-old child with help could post whatever they wanted on Google. So my advice is just to be really careful, and I will make a post after the live just talking about some of these things. Oh, thank you, Ariel. So I talked to you a little bit about my Thursday beach break. So for some people, they would look at that and say, that's not news, that's not important. And that's true. For most people, it's not important that I went to the beach, but it was important for me. And it was important for me to share with you because it's a, excuse me, a special place. But for most people in the world, not important. So that's why you have to choose the news sources, the places where you want to take in the news, right? We all have different reasons for reading and watching the news. Some people only care about the news in their city, in their town, in their country. Some people are interested in the news worldwide. It's a personal choice, and some people don't want to hear the news. There are some people who get really upset if you begin to say anything related to the news, because there are a lot of sad things happening in the world. But I will try to find the website that's all happy news, because I think it's a really unique idea. There may be more than one place that has just happy news. And I think that maybe if you're having a hard day, this might be something that will make you feel good. So when I posted about going to the beach, I really just wanted to make you smile. Thank you very much for the rose. Thank you. Please don't give me gifts. The best gift you can give me is to go over to YouTube and subscribe for free. That way we'll get our numbers up to 1,000, and then we can go live on YouTube, and I can do much better lives. I can screen share what I'm talking about, and we can have a more interactive experience. So that's the best thing you can do for me. Juan, who does great video replies, also talked about visiting the mall. Sometimes he likes to go there on the weekend. And he said he's not a shopaholic. And a shopaholic is something from last week, from 2 weeks ago. Does anyone remember what a shopaholic is? What is a shopaholic? Does anyone remember when we talked about shopping? A shopaholic, hello from Ethiopia. A shopaholic is someone who is addicted to shopping. They cannot stop shopping. And I thought it was very sweet that Juan made sure to say that he likes to visit the mall, but he is not a shopaholic. Hello from Nepal. Carlos, I do have Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And you can get all those links through the website at fluencyfocusedenglish.com. Hello, Louis from Colombia. Hello, Karki. So he said the mall's a great place to visit. Hi, Jimmy. And I agree, especially when it's hot outside in the summer. Going to the mall is a nice place just to be around other people. Hello from Nepal. Hello from Thailand. Hello, Louisa Berg. So sometimes I like to go to the mall and just people watch. Have you heard this expression? To people watch? People watch is just the way it sounds. You're living in Toronto. I grew up in Toronto, Ariel. How do you like Toronto? Hi, Mo from Egypt. Toronto is a great city, but for me, it's a little bit too big. I find Toronto to be a very busy place. Thank you, Carlos. Thank you very much. Does anyone have any questions right now? I talk for a long time and I feel like you don't, yes, you buy everything you need at the mall. Yes, so the mall is a great place to go because you can get everything. What is your question? Somebody said they do. Aslanko, do you have a question? Please remember, if I haven't answered your question today, you can go to the website and there's a direct link to the email. I'm from London, Ontario, Canada. And I always have to say that I'm from London, Ontario, Canada, because we have London, England. And often people think I'm from London, England, and I'm not. Okay, so I was thinking of the topic for next week. Everything is good, Gabriel. How about you? And I was thinking of the topic of idioms. Idioms are a fabulous way to increase your fluency in English. And there are many, many, many different idioms. But I thought maybe I could talk about some of the most popular idioms that we use in English and maybe talk about one or two each day. Hello from Malaysia. Karki, I am in London, Ontario, Canada. Does that sound like something that interests anybody to talk about idioms next week? Or is there something else that you would be interested in talking about? I'm open to talking about whatever interests you. That's what's really important to me, is to find things that interest you. So Aslamko, one of the best ways to develop your fluency is to practice speaking a little bit of English every day. And so what I offer on TikTok is a topic of the week and questions. So a question that you can answer with a video reply. And if you're not sure how to leave a video reply, you can go to the TikTok account, Fluency Focused English. And let me see if I can find for you. Okay. So if you choose one of my videos and you find one with Fluency Focused English, you're going to choose reply like you would leave a comment. And when you choose reply, you'll see the video camera. This is where you can leave a video reply and speak for up to 10 minutes. This is an amazing way that you can practice speaking English every day. And I try to answer every post that I can. We are up to over 20,000 followers on TikTok. So it's very, very exciting. I thank you all for being here. So if I don't answer your question right away, keep trying. Toronto is an awesome city. It's just really, really busy for me. There's a lot of traffic there. I just prefer open spaces. I like London because there are lots of trees and green and there are lakes. And so for me, I like to go visit Toronto. My mom still lives there. It's about a 2-hour drive. Hello from Colombia. You like Toronto too? I do like Toronto. I just don't like living there. The cost of living in Toronto is also absolutely crazy. Ah, you like it. Okay, great. We can talk more about it tomorrow. So the cost of living right now in Toronto, I think it's the cost for a home, the average. What I want to hear some guesses. What do you think the average cost of a home in Toronto is? I'm just typing it average. Let me just see. I want to see some guesses while I'm looking it up. Average home, average cost in Toronto 2023. 1 million? Oh, Nutella. Nutella is my favorite thing in the world. I love Nutella. I can't keep Nutella in my house because I eat too much. It's delicious. So Nutella, you're right. The average price for a home, just a simple home in Toronto right now is $1.1 million. $1.1 million. And the average income in Ontario 2023, the average income in Ontario is $70,000. So it's, yeah, Ariel, it's almost impossible. Hi, greetings from Egypt. What's up with you? It's almost impossible. Yes, 1.1 million. So many people are leaving Toronto and living in smaller cities close to Toronto. Hi, Fantish. Hi, Sabita. And they commute. So every day they're driving in. I can't tell you my income. It's not very much. I don't I do this because I love teaching. Hello. Um, what's the happiest news that I've heard? Um, hmm. Well, I'm happy because tomorrow I'm going with my family to a place called the African Lion Safari. It's about an hour away from here. Um, is it 70,000 per year? Per year, Samuel. So the average income, and that's high. I think keep trying, Ryu, keep practicing speaking a little bit of English every day. Welcome from Vietnam. But the prices in Toronto have become so high. I actually follow some real estate accounts on TikTok that do tours of homes and apartments. A teacher, a teacher. If I can show you, that's a great question. Somebody just asked what I wanted to do when I was a child, and I don't know if I have this picture in my phone, but since I was a little girl, I always wanted to be a teacher. And one of the things that I would do is I would teach my pets, and I would read to them, and I would pretend that they were my students. So I don't know if I have a picture in my phone right now, but I'll see if maybe for next week I can find it, or maybe I'll make a post. But I've always I've always really, really loved teaching. My father was a teacher too, and um, it's something that makes me very happy. Ah, okay. I don't know. Again, this is another reason why you need to subscribe for free on YouTube so I can screen share this. But this is me, maybe age 6. And this is me reading to my cat. Do you see the cat up at the top? So when I was a student, I would always ask my teachers to give me papers, and I would go home and I would pretend to teach a class. I had imaginary students. I had a class of 20 students with their names, and I would teach for hours and hours, an imaginary class. So it brings me great joy, and it's what I've always, always wanted to do. And that was a long time ago when I was 6 years old. So it's something that I've always wanted to do. Um, when I was younger, I actually taught young children for many years. So I taught children um, 4, 5, and 6 years old. But as I got older, I found it harder to teach. I do private classes, and you can check on my website. I usually work with intermediate level students and do this kind of one-on-one conversation. And so we can focus on whatever topics interest you. But my focus is all about speaking and conversation. Any other questions? I like the questions. It's nice to hear from you. I know it's difficult when we can't have an actual conversation. And I am working on developing some more conversation classes that we can do through Zoom. And we're starting the first one, hola, tomorrow. So that's very, very exciting. Hello from Ireland. Ah, thank you. Oh, Brazil. Hello, Scorpion. Hi. So we are getting close to the end of this live. I want you to remember a few things. You can get to all the links through the website, fluencyfocusedenglish.com. You can send me an email, and you can get to the YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. I am in London, Ontario, Canada. Hello from Thailand. This is being recorded, so it will be posted on YouTube. So I will download it and post it. And after the live, I will post the information about news sources. I'm also going to have another really close look at the site that I found, because although I agree with some of the sources they say, I don't know anything about this site, Pure VPN. I don't know anything about it. And my guess is that it is somehow related to a corporation in the US, and the motivation is money. So Kieran, right now I only have one conversation course. I want to see how this goes. The conversation courses will be an hour a week, and I'd like to put people together who are around the same level. The intermediate B1 level is the level that I like to work at. And in the group classes, it's $10 a class. And I think that that's really reasonable. I think that you'll get good value. We'll have to wait and see from the first group if they feel that this is good value. So, Aslamko, when I have another conversation course starting, I will post it on the website. I'll talk about it on TikTok. I really like the idea of finding people at a similar level and also a similar location, because then the time zone is the same. So the first group is all from Belarus and they are in the same time zone and similar English learning levels. So we'll see how it goes. But remember, you can always message me. I do try to get back to everybody that I can. And I just really appreciate all your support. And I hope that I am giving you good information and that it's helping improve your spoken English. I definitely have a lot of fun. I like coming on the lives every weekend. And again, the sooner we get to 1,000 free subscribers on YouTube, the more I can do interesting things on YouTube. So any last questions, please let me know. I would love to hear from you. And remember, you can also just go right on TikTok. Let me show you. So on the main profile, below the globe, there's a link tree. If you click on that, this is where you can have access to the YouTube, email, website, and buy a coffee. So right now, you're very welcome, Sarah. Right now, we are just starting with one conversation group. But if I get several people asking me from Brazil or from Colombia, so I like to keep the group size to a maximum of 6. So it's really interactive and you get lots of opportunities to speak. If I get 4 or 5 people from the same area and the same level, then we can open up more conversation classes. Send me an email and I will keep a list. So it's $10 an hour for the group classes. I also do private one-on-one lessons, not lessons, conversations. So I won't be able to record everyone's name right now. Send me an email. Go to the website, send me an email. Ariel, my name is Maren. It rhymes with Karen. It's Maren, and it actually means from the sea. I love the water, so I think it's special that I have a name that kind of matches my personality. I am an avid scuba diver. I love scuba diving. So when I get the chance, which is not very often, I like to go scuba diving. I don't know if anyone else knows how to scuba dive, but for me, it's very exciting. And I miss being able to go scuba diving. It's been a long, long time. Hello from Nepal. Any other questions? Please remember, you can always send me an email. Thank you. I will answer your emails. It may take a little while, but I try to answer them the same day. This is my full-time job, so that's what I do. In your email, if you're looking to create a conversation group, let me know where you're from and when a good time for you to do the group conversation. So the group conversation that we're starting with the Belarus group tomorrow is from 10 till 11 this time tomorrow. So we have 4 people starting in that group. But I'm open to starting groups at any different times if we can get 4 or 5 people at the same level and the same time. So you need to let me know so I can create a list and start figuring out how we can put people together to start another conversation group. So if you want to do it, just email me. Remember, you can do it at fluencyfocusedenglish.com. My email is there. How do you know your level of conversation? If you haven't done any tests, I can possibly have a fast Zoom meeting with you and have a conversation, and that will give me an idea of where your English level is at. I tend to work with the B1 intermediate level. It's $10 an hour, which I think is really reasonable for really personalized attention. Okay, we are at 11:03. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say thank you so much. I am going to work on making the post right now. I am an English teacher. Give me some advice. What advice are you looking for? There are also a lot of there are also a lot of free tests online. This is very, very common, Jose. People's reading is often a lot stronger, higher than their spoken English. And that's why I focus on spoken English, because you often know and understand a lot in your head, but you haven't had enough practice speaking. And that's why I created Fluency Focus, so you have a chance to speak every day. You can leave a video reply. And over on YouTube, they have shorts now, and you can speak for only 1 minute. So it's a good challenge where you can answer my questions with a long answer or with a short, and you can try both, and you don't have to show your face. The best thing you can do is take 10 minutes out of your day and take all the distractions away, turn your phone off, the noises, and just focus for 10 minutes a day. And I know that your English speaking will improve. So give it a try. Thank you all for being here. The $10 is per class. $10. Okay, I will work on the trusted news content right now. I'm going to get a glass of water because I feel like I've been talking for so long. And, Sagar, this is another point before I go. I will be developing a membership. When we have 1,000 followers on YouTube, which again is free, I will be creating a membership. So it will be a club for people. And with that, I will be doing private lives once a week so that you can meet people from all over the world. And you'll get a weekly newsletter that will be a video of me talking maybe for 5 minutes, kind of like a short version of the lives. But until we get 1,000 subscribers, that's free on YouTube, I can't do that. So I keep reminding you to follow and subscribe to YouTube. It's free. Thank you. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I hope you take time to relax. And my homework is to work on making that post. We got up to, I think, almost 300 people in the live today. So thank you all for taking your time to be here with me. Thank you so much. And I will see you next week. And I will be working on, for next week, popular idioms. Okay, so I have 2 pieces of homework to work on. One, the video, the post about unbiased news sources, and 2, to start working on some of the most popular idioms in English. See you next time. Thank you very much. Good morning. Hello, Frajol. How are you today? Welcome. You're the first person